How's it going, everyone? Mask here, back with some Eve Echoes, and today we probably had the biggest patch we have ever seen drop on the game, and I haven't looked at a single word of it. I'm really excited to check it out here for the first time with you, and honestly, before we jump into it, I just want to give a shout out to my Discord again. I'm hosting another 500 million ISK giveaway that ends this weekend. Make sure you join the Discord at discord.gg/masktv and head down to the giveaway section. It only takes 5 seconds to enter. Super easy. But let's jump into these patch notes. You know what? I think I might go down this road. Eve, in YC 116, a parallel New Eden emerged. Eve Echoes. The universe had split off gradually, became vastly different from the original. The major empires and other forces gradually developed technologies that are also different from the original universe. As time passed, these technologies were gradually improved to better suit Capsuleers and their requirements, becoming wildly available. Now, an introduction of a series of upcoming technologies in the world of New Eden. There is a group of avid Capsuleer explorers who love diving into every nook and cranny of the universe in search of unknown signals. Some sell the coordinates of their discoveries to suitable buyers, while others venture into the unknown themselves for the thrill of another great adventure. These new space exploration technologies and previously undiscovered locations have slowly become public knowledge, and those avid explorers are also stirring up a storm with new technologies which will definitely shake up the status quo in New Eden. New space exploration technology, the Neutrino Resonance Wave. This is a new technology is developed by the Sisters of Eve, which is more suitable for the Capsuleers on mobile devices. Resonance waves are divided into two categories. Wide resonance scanners can be used to detect unknown space objects and signatures, while the narrow resonance scanners are used to detect Capsuleer ships and structures. Added wide resonance scanners and narrow resonance scanners, pirates will drop MK series resonance scanners. All faction storyline supply chests will have a chance of dropping meta level 5 and meta level 8 resonance scanners. In scout anomalies, there will be rigging capable of reducing the chance of being discovered by narrow resonance scanners. So there's rigs in scouts that reduce your chance of being discovered as a ship. A new mystery appears, Nihilus, the Nihilus space. I feel like I'm close. Nihilus space. Thousands of years away from New Eden, Nihilus space is a region full of rich ores and special permanent magnet materials. New technologies make it possible to mine its riches. Capsuleers can travel to Nihilus space via special gravity wells and extract its resources. Reduce the probability of discovering condensed belts. Gravity wells leading to condensed belts will be discovered by chance. This applies to all systems. Slightly reduce the probability of discovering dead space anomalies. However, there's now a chance to discover gravity wells leading to a Nihilus dead space in all systems. Added 2 new modules to Capsuleer outposts, or gravity well trap device and the dead space gravity well trap device. These can only be used in sovereignty systems, so you must have your outpost in a system with a citadel. After running for a week, the device will generate a gravity well. Wow. You turn the device on for a whole week and it will literally spawn you a gravity well in. That is actually insane. Oh man, that's gonna shake up the it's gonna shake up the outpost game for real. Capsuleers can now discover Nihilus dead space of 5 different factions, each with their own complex structure. They can obtain materials that can be reverse engineered into stronger dead space modules and nanocores. A brand new addition to the game. However, you will face powerful pirates, even ones armed with dead space modules themselves. Added new Nihilus condensed belts. Belts of different levels vary in complexity, but all contain large amounts of rich ores waiting for Capsuleers to mine. New ship module, the nanocore. We are still sorting out nanocore data, which is temporarily unavailable. They made an announcement on their Discord that the team they need to finalize the nanocore data is not going to be able to come into work this week. They're off, and they're going to try to finish that patch up at the early next week. When it becomes available, a notification will be sent to everyone. Nanocore is a new nanobot technology secretly developed by Concord Aerospace and the Independent Gaming Commission. This technology will tweak some of the ship's abilities, and many factions have quietly got involved in this research. Some boards, Serpentis researchers modified the ship's power core processing code so that the nanocore also modifies the ship's appearance, but at a steep price. There are 4 levels of nanocores in terms of strength, type 1, 2, 3, and 4. Due to the improper tampering of data, Type 3 and 4 cores have caused irreversible damage to a few users. Because of this, Concord added them to the list of trade-restricted items, meaning they can be used but not sold on the market. According to sources, those who are found trading them in private may have their license confiscated. What? Nanocores of different strengths will allow varying degrees of ship appearance customization. High-level nanocores are known to emit a special glow, which can also be customized thanks to Serpentis modifications. Due to this peculiar nature, they quickly become popular amongst some pilots and used as a tool for self-expression. Nanocores of different strengths will also improve different ship modules, giving them different abilities and attributes. Obviously, we're going to see higher DPS and higher tanks, higher total resists on ships now. Capsuleers gain advantages in combat and flying when using these cores, provided that they learn from suitable data sources. Once fitted to a ship, nanocores cannot be easily unfitted. Unfitting requires the use of special materials. Only part of the materials will be refunded. Nanocores can also be covered by insurance. They can be insured. Awesome. Added new industry drop, Dead Space Module Reverse Engineering. Special permanent magnet materials were discovered in Nihilus space. Pirates have learned to use them to enhance Dead Space modules. These enhancements come at the price of poor stability and great risk. After numerous experiments performed by Capsuleers, the reverse engineering of Dead Space modules has been added to the list of industry jobs. Added reverse engineering jobs for all existing Dead Space modules. Currently, Type C can be reverse engineered into Type B, and Type B can be reverse engineered into Type A. Type A can be reverse engineered into Type X. Holy smokes! That is nuts. That has fixed every single economic falter we literally have in existence, including failure of which leads to great losses. Infinite loss. If Type X is extremely rare and hard to climb, it is going to munch up the market on Dead Space modules. I bet you I haven't even looked. I bet you the price is through the roof on Dead Space modules now, and we just have so much. We've been looking for true sinks. This is a sink. Dead Space prices will go up. This is awesome. Giants in the field of research mapped out the inner workings of Dead Space modules through experiments and summarized them, which is sure to greatly improve the success rate of Dead Space modules. Reverse engineering, but losses from failure are still great. New industry job, nanocore reverse engineering. So we find the material in Nihilus space. With it, major pirate forces have successfully developed nanocores capable of enhancing ships of the empires. After numerous experiments performed by the Capsuleers, this technology has also been added to the list of industry jobs. Added reverse engineering jobs of nanocores for major factions. Products of such jobs can be fitted to matching ships. Reverse engineering can produce Type 2 and Type 3 nanocores. Due to a ban by Concord, Capsuleers can only trade Type 2 faction nanocores on the market and not Type 3. So you have to train reverse engineering yourself, but I guess you could trade it via contract. And they also said you could lose your license if you're trading it by contract, which would be weird, because then every single person would have to learn that skill for themselves, which seems really not what this game's about. I'll have to see how that plays out. In New Eden, there aren't yet the technologies that enable the use of magnet materials in the nanocore reverse engineering process. It's still unclear whether such technologies can be developed in the future. But the potential enhancements they can provide have certainly driven relevant parties to attempt to bring them to reality, which may or may not happen. The first official Concord Capsuleer Cooperative Training Pass. So they've released a new pass. Concord has made the Plan Concord Pass available to sign cooperative agreements with Capsuleers, which will enable research and testing data sharing between the two parties. Concord will offer corresponding rewards and entitlements. This agreement pass is still on a trial basis and may be terminated by Concord at any time. Should premature termination of the agreement pass occur, Capsuleers who have signed the agreement assigned with it will be compensated accordingly. The agreement pass has a valid validity period after which no compensation will be provided by Concord. As laid out in the past, Concord will offer rare thermomagnetic storm nanocores, nanocore learning materials, and an amount of SP as a reward for participating. Due to the increased scale of data sharing, Concord will offer more mission options for Capsuleers. This pass will only be available for a limited time. Opportunities like this are rare, and Concord appreciates Capsulier's active participation and the data provided in the feedback. So there's a pass. Let's go ahead and take a look at that in game really quick. So we have events, supplies, your normal supplies here. We have Explorer. Download the latest version now. I would have the latest version now. What? Maybe I don't? Oh. Manual update. Actual Play Store update to kick this into gear. Interesting. I'll be right back. All right, let's see if that fixed that little issue there. We have back to Explorer. If I click in, and we have our tabs here. So we have the resonance scanners where we can see our wide resonance scanner, our narrow resonance scanner. We have rich MasKScarin. Rich. Is rich the same? I think rich is just what we've already had. Yeah, rich is norm. We've had rich. Any compressed belts are spawning rich for us already. It's not like that's new. It's just more reliable or more access to it, I would assume. We have experimental data and our data banks. Now, if we tab over again, technology nanocore. So we have thermomagnetic storm core, 12% damage, 15% EM damage. That's crazy. Secondary attribute 6, drone DPS, power grid. Now, is this re-rollable? Interesting. RNG based substats. We are in business. This is I mean, it's a lot of just cool additions. The RNG based substat kind of stuff, it can be frustrating to stat into things, but it adds longevity to the game because there's a pursuant of upgrading that this brings to the table. All of a sudden you could have plus 15%, like plus 12%. Like there's variance in the items, and there's a reason for you to continue to grind new items and try to get better ones, and always little tweaks you can make to improve your ship and whatnot. That is super cool. Percent armor. Yeah, we're gonna see tankier ships, stronger ships, bigger power grid, bigger range. Like, just so many different additions these customization of these is going to bring into the game. So let's check out the Concord Pass now. To Concord Pass. Event currently unavailable. Interesting. Okay, so I don't have any more details on the actual... Okay, so I don't have any more details on the actual pass at the moment. It seems like the event itself in-game is unavailable. So we can figure out what it was talking about in here. The Cooperative Training Pass, and moving on to optimizations. We've improved the detail page of supply boxes, added space exploration technology / advanced space exploration technology / expert blah 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 to natural science exploration. There's an exploration skill. Go ahead and jump in the game and check that out really quick as well. So, under natural science, exploration, space exploration technology is going to maximal signal load, resonance simulator minimum scan radius, and narrow resonance scanner scan radius, narrow maximum resonance. Yeah, so it's basically the same thing scaling up. It's going to improve your ability to scan. I don't understand all of those little parameters at the moment, and I'm not going to dive too deep into it either. But obviously, it'll improve your ability to scan. Change the Covert Ops hull bonus of each level from scan strength +1 to 5% reduction of resonance scanner minimum scan radius and 5% reduction of narrow resonance scanner scan radius. Makes you better at scanning. Now interbus and ore ships and cosmic anomalies drop MK7 and MK9 resonance scanners. Devout supply chest, soldier supply chest, investor supply chest, and survivor supply chests drop scholar narrow resonance scanners, scholar wide resonance scanners, explorer narrow, and explorer wide. On the fitting screen, the original targeting range display has been changed to really to touch on this number 5 here. This is rewards from sub tier 10 story missions. So those are not tier 10 story missions. Keep that in mind. So It's out. Yeah, not tier 10 story missions. So there's gonna be a real push to do lower than tier 10 story missions now, because I bet you these are gonna be worth a lot. They're gonna really scale up in price because people want this new gear. On the fitting screen, the original targeting range display has been changed to signature radius, and the original signature radius display has been changed to source radius. The Nihilus Dead Space drops more experiment data, which is used to reverse engineer pirate faction nanocores. Reverse engineering jobs for pirate faction nanocores have now been added, adjusted the ship categories in the market, and fixed the issue which caused some ships to appear in the wrong category. Now Dead Space modules of meta level 6, 7, and 11 to 14 can be reprocessed. The reprocessed materials can be used to reverse engineer Dead Space modules. Oh my gosh, yellow shields. Who was smart enough to have 5,000 yellow shields? I want to know. Who here has had 5,000 yellow shields and is now a bajillionaire? That's what I want to know. I bet you there. Oh my gosh. In fact, I gotta look. Specifically, we're just gonna look at yellow shields here. I got the screen a little cropped. It should be fine. It should show shield hardeners. Look, it goes up to X. C-type, yellow, dead space, 4.8 mil. Okay. People, I don't know. That could be a lack of adjustment. People just haven't quite... I don't know. They could be worth way more than 11 mil. I don't know. It's hard to guess at this point until it's been really tested. It could be an opportunity right there. Training pass. Optimizations. I like how optimizations is like tons of new content in here. Never like think you're done reading the patch notes till you're done. On the fitting screen, the original, yeah, we got through that. Reverse engineering jobs for pirate faction nanocores have now been added. Adjusted the ship categories in the market. Fixed issues that caused some in the wrong category. We've been over that one. Dead Space modules are reprocessable. Probability of Dead Space anomaly spawn from bases lowered from 1% to 0.4%. So apparently the Dead Space spawn rate was 1% of the base spawning anomalies. Interesting. And they've over halved the spawn rate of Dead Space anomalies. That's a little unfortunate, but the Nihilus Dead Space gates are naturally spawned in nullsec systems about 1 every 28 days in a system. That also means there's a 1 in 28 spawn chance. One Nihilus Dead Space should spawn per 28 systems per day in a system as well. Since each instance of Nihilus space has multiple exits, the actual frequency will be higher. Because you can have one spawn it'll pop up in more than one system, but it's still the same spawn. Gotcha. Intumescent condensed asteroid belts are no longer naturally spawned. Oh, crap. That is intense. That is intense. Condensed belts now naturally refresh every 25 days instead of 40. When refreshing condensed belts, there's a 50% probability of spawning a Nihilus space condensed belt. Now Dead Space can only be discovered using a resonance scanner. Refreshing. What exactly does refreshing mean? Like it restocks? Or does it just disappear? And when a condensed belt disappears, there's a probability of spawning a Nihilus space condensed belt. There's some learning to do there. Now Dead Space can only be discovered by using a resonance scanner. Fleet commanders are able to receive bonuses from fleet group modules. Group recover modules / armor defense link modules. Fleet commanders were left out of the squads. That's actually really unfortunate. So they weren't able to get the bonuses. Now they will. Added a new attribute to ships called source radius, which can be viewed on the fitting screen. All sentry guns are fitted with warp disruptors, which can disrupt the warp drive of ships within 1,000 kilometers from the sentry gun, causing them to reset warp and preventing the ships from warping away. You're all dead. Finally. That is the fix to the low sec gate. It's not a gate glitch, but you could low sec alpha warp still. That was 100% still a thing. Low sec alpha warping and get off an alpha on a ship without getting killed by the gate guns. And that's now, you're now totally done. Added the Concord Pass, complete missions to level up the pass for great rewards. I can't view the pass in game right now, so we'll have to figure out what that looks like in a day or two. Improved calculation methods for estimated market prices. Each system is now more likely to return a valid and stable estimated price. Space station docking distance increased to 5 kilometers to avoid the occasional 2-kilometer additional flight required to dock when using autopilot. That means our friends who were that means our station camping alphaing people are going to be really sad about that update. They've basically nerfed alphaing people landing on station now. Compensations have been issued to players who owned T10 skins which have been removed from the game. Estimated time for request delivery interface has been changed to a dynamic time based on distance traveled. Drone control range renamed to drone command range. I like that. Added corporation hangar logs, which players can view to check in item deposit and withdrawal records of the hangar. Amazing update. Hangar logs. Every single corporation everywhere is happy about that one. Added a permission for approving item moves in corporation hangar. So now you can actually approve and really have control of withdrawals and moves. Now, when a player without permission takes out an item, a request will be sent to an admin, which can be approved. The stand-up warp scrambler should now be displaying the correct name. Previous name was incorrectly shown as stand-up warp disruptor. Updated estimated prices according to current market transaction records. The scope YC123.6. That is going to do it for the actual patch notes. Wow, honestly, so much this week. We have scanning, we have new modules, new things for our outposts, just new content all around. There's so much to cover, but this video has definitely gone on long enough. Thank you so much for making it this far. I hope to see you again soon. Make sure to join the Discord, discord.gg/MasTV for that 500 millionist giveaway. Get in there, and if over 200 people sign up, we're doubling the prize to a billion ISK. Don't miss out. It's free ISK, and I do giveaways every single week. So join the Discord, check it out, and of course, thanks again for watching. Stay tuned. Lots more to come. There's so much content to cover this week. I'm really hoping to be able to dive right into it. And as always, like the video if it helped. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button so you're notified when I release. And of course, share it. It helps me out so much when you share the video. Most importantly, though, don't forget, stay classy.